I've put together some important information to assist you in planning your vacation to Ljubljana, Slovenia. We will cover when is the best time to visit, how many days to plan in Ljubljana, where to stay, and how to get around the city in this Ljubljana travel guide, how simple it is to communicate in English, and much more. One of your first considerations will be when to visit Ljubljana. The city has 4 seasons and may be visited all year. Winter is the low season with occasional snow and temperatures below freezing. Winter days are foggy, but they are brightened up with gorgeous Christmas lighting. If you enjoy the snow, Christmas lights, and mysterious foggy days, now is the time to go. Spring and autumn are the shoulder seasons in Ljubljana, with temperatures gradually rising to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 degrees Celsius. Showers are likely, so bring an umbrella. Everything in the city is flowering and turning green, and the streets and squares appear to be alive with people socializing on cafe terraces. I would strongly advise you to visit in April and May when the tourist season is at its peak. The weather is typically hot and dry, with daily temperatures reaching 35 degrees Celsius, 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Hotel rates are the highest, and cafes along the riverbanks, parks, and other cooler spots are full. Summer in Indiana offers a unique laid-back vibe with an abundance of events. Summer can be a fantastic season to visit if you don't mind the heat. In autumn, the number of visitors and prices progressively decrease, but the weather remains warm and dry. September and October are wonderful months to visit Ljubljana since they are warm and pleasant, with many outdoor events. Once you know when you want to go, you must choose how many days you need. Ljubljana is a tiny and compact capital city that is easy to navigate. Those in a rush can see most of the sights in one day, but 2 days is the sweet spot to truly appreciate the city's easygoing coffee culture. Because the city is located in the heart of Slovenia, you can visit practically every part of the nation. Because the country is tiny, you can return to the city every evening to enjoy its restaurants, pubs, and nightlife. I recommend adding a couple more nights in Ljubljana and a few day trips to your itinerary. You can go to a beautiful alpine Lake Blad. A day trip to the world-famous Postona Cave and the intriguing Pajama Castle is a must. After you've determined your arrival and departure dates, you'll need to pick where to hunt for lodging. The majority of attractions are located in the city center and are easily accessible by foot. The city center is also surprisingly green and clean. It features a castle, a river, large and small parks, and countless trees. There is a low traffic and certain districts are pedestrian-only zones. There are also museums and art galleries as well as most hotels. The greatest shops and the best nightlife and the most diverse selection of eateries, the Old Town, a pedestrian-only area with cobblestone lanes tucked between the Castle Hill and the river, has cafes and restaurants within the city center. If you appreciate historical beauty, the Old Town may be the best option for you, as it has boutique hotels and Airbnb. The rest of the city center has a wide range of accommodation alternatives, including hostels, gorgeous ground hotels, ancient buildings, and even brand new glass tower hotels. The city center is the greatest spot for your stay because most attractions, museums, and galleries are within walking distance. If you want even more options or a quieter area, look just outside of the city center. Brule is a small neighborhood right under the Castle Hill with many restaurants and bars along the riverbank, and it's only 10 to 15 minutes from the Old Town. Not far away are 2 more village-like neighborhoods, Media and Tarnovo, both within walking distance of the Old Town. Tarnovo, on the other hand, has become a popular hangout for students and young people because of the clubs and pubs that line the riverbanks. Most sites are still accessible by foot if you stay in one of the 3 communities. The cost of living in the European capital is reasonable. The majority of visitors fly into Ljubljana's international airport, which is roughly 25 kilometers from the city center. Now let's look at how to get around the city. Because Ljubljana has only 300,000 residents, it is too tiny for an underground system. The white and green city buses are the backbone of public transportation. You'll need a Ljubljana tourist card or an Urbana transit card, which can be obtained from tourist information offices, most city newspaper kiosks, newsstands, and post offices. Credit for city bus fares must be added to the Urbana card. Credit can be recharged at sales points or green ticket machines near bus stops. You must authenticate your card by pressing it against the reader until you hear a beep, and credit is deducted when you board the bus. There are just single journeys available, which can take up to 90 minutes depending on how many bus changes there are. The majority of bus routes run from 5 a.m. to 10:30 p.m., with Sunday and holiday routes starting an hour later. Bicycles are a popular mode of transportation in Ljubljana because most of the historic city center is a pedestrian zone. There is also an extensive network of cycling paths throughout the city. You can use city bicycles that are almost free if you return them to the nearest docking station within an hour. The only cost is a €1 fee for 1 week online registration. All you need is a credit card and an email address. Ljubljana also has a lot of taxis, and the best way to get one is to ask your hotel or restaurant to call one for you. If you pick one up on the street, ask for a price before getting in. Once you get to the compact historic city center, you'll probably want to walk because it's mostly a pedestrian area. If you can't walk or ride a bicycle for whatever reason, you can travel to the castle on the hill by hopping on or off the electric golf cart-like vehicles known as cavaliers, which run exclusively in the pedestrian area and are provided by the city free of charge. You can either walk, take a taxi, or take a funicular ride above the old town. You may also take an electric train called Urban to the castle and other popular tourist attractions. It operates on a circular path that starts in front of the town hall and brings you to the most popular tourist attractions. Because Ljubljana lacks world-famous attractions, it is a highly safe city to visit. There have been no recent terrorist incidents, violent crime is unusual, and petty theft should be your main concern. There are no large crowds, although pickpockets should be avoided when taking the bus. Taxi drivers have been accused of ripping off passengers at airports and train stations, so you should always ask for a price before taking a ride. Otherwise, transportation is typically safe and trustworthy. Women traveling alone should not be concerned about their safety in Ljubljana, which is considered the safest capital in Eastern Europe. Since Slovenia is a member of the European Union, the euro is the official currency. ATM are readily available, and credit and debit cards are accepted in most businesses around the country. Slovenian is the official language spoken in Ljubljana. English is the most common foreign language and is widely spoken, so you should have no trouble using it in hotels, shops, restaurants, and places to visit. Even the smallest and most remote restaurants have English menus, and all tourist attractions have English signs and displays. If you find this video useful, please give it a thumbs up.